Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
We were just talking about the great. You came in hot about my boy Dan Soder. You didn't know
guy.
Denver boy. You didn't know that.
No, I've always been a fan though. He just cracks me up. He's just funny. He's an easy.
But have you just got privy to him?
No, I've known.
He's a monster.
It's always like I just never.
But he's with Big J. Like, he's the part of that New York crew, like Big J, Schultz, Tim Dillon, Mark Norman, Sam, like all those boys.
Great guys.
Yep, Bargatze. He's with them.
Yep.
Like that whole crew.
Yep.
Monsters. But Dan went to my rival high school, Smoky Hill. Just so you guys know, before we went on, Brian's like, was he a pro athlete? Because he's tall.
I didn't say he was a pro athlete. I didn't say that at all.
Yeah, you said he played college.
Dan, I was just saying his fiance is very pretty, and I think Dan's a handsome guy with a deep voice, And then
he's tall.
Yeah, he's tall.
No one would look. Hey, listen, I love Dan, but no one would look at him and go, "That's a handsome fella."
He shook my hand, and he had a very strong hand.
He played sports.
I didn't. I was about to go into his hand, but then we got distracted. We started talking about something else. But he's got a strong, manly handshake. I went, "That's a strong hand. That's a strong young man." And then he played junior high football.
Yes.
Okay. Could have probably played D1.
Could have played pro.
If he had like me, if he had the body and the skill set and the desire.
Yeah, he's the man.
If he had the fast twitch muscle and the arm, he could have been.
Yeah, he had a show with Big J on Sirius. Now, I think
that's a great combo. That must have been a great duo.
Did you never do it?
No.
I did it.
But Big J was there at the mothership last weekend, and he's just always fantastic. And then Dave Attell was here this weekend, and I watched him.
Yeah, he left, and they filled in with Bobby Kelly.
Okay.
Who's also great.
Another.
But Big J and Dan had something special.
Yeah.
It would be like if you left or I left, and then we just filled in with somebody who's good.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not the original crew. Yeah. You know?
Well, chemistry is what it is. But look, Jim Norton's great. Jay Erickson, Dan Soder, these guys.
Jim Norton's my favorite.
Pescatelli.
Jim Norton's podcast is so good.
Oh, he's great, man.
Yeah. Because you got to think about it, Jim Norton did radio forever. So, like, anybody has on, it's also Big J's a similar way. Like, he runs that, that show. They just got the gift of gab. There's never downtime. Never. Like, they always have something going. They always have something going.
So true.
Yeah, they're so good.
So good.
Jim Norton Can't Save You. It's a great podcast. And he does one with his wife, Nikki.
I love Unfiltered. With Matt Serra.
Do you listen? I've never listened to it.
I love it. It's fun. Because, Matt Serra is pretty much a comedian, too.
Yeah.
He's super funny, so they're great together.
He's great.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a while. They've been doing that for a hot second. We were the first. They were the second, probably. Comic athlete, comic fighter.
Yeah.
Because I remember fans were giving Jim shit about it. He's like, no, we're not copying the fucking fighter and him. He's like, no, we're not fucking copying. He's like, we like that show. They didn't invent this. He's right.
So Jim Norton does a podcast with Nikki Glaser?
Maybe they did.
He does a YouTube show with his wife. I don't know.
No, Sword Fighter's with his wife. So maybe
I think they're off.
Mixed it up,
her name's Nikki, but I think they just filled in with Glaser. But yeah, that's his wife.
And you know why they call it Sword Fight, right?
Well, yeah, because
cock.
Yeah.
To each their own, dude.
To each their own. What'd you do this weekend?
Dude, I had to...
He went on Tiger Belly, and Bobby Lee's wife stuffed him like a turkey. She just...
Brendan?
Yeah, like to his face. Yeah, and she was like...
Answer all this shit's going.
Yeah, she said, you said this, you said this, you said this. None of this is true. And he's like, yeah. She just wore him like a puppet, dude. It's wild. All over Chang. We're busy in that kitchen, dude. Orange chicken's flying, Papa. It's all that shit that he said. They speak Shaubinese, is what they call it.
Schaub's moronicness is amazing to me. So he says to Callan, while talking about Dan Soder leaving the bonfire, that it'd be like if one of us left and we got new people, it wouldn't be the same. Like, stupid, that did happen. Remember? You made Brian Callen go away, and you brought in Malik and Chappelle Lacey. I bet you he doesn't even remember that. But as far as it comes to Dan Soder, as you may or may not be aware, Dan Soder is 100% a homeless cat, deep in the kitchen of P.F. Chang's, as you can tell by that other clip I played. Not only him, but him and his wife, Dan Soder and his wife, are deep into that. So, and I always wondered, would Schaub ever do a little response to Dan Soder? And it was in there when he basically said, Dan's not a good looking guy. But Dan, and the rest of it, because they tried, bigging up Jim Norton and all those guys, and it's like the East Coast guys don't even try. Don't try and hang with them. I mean, you can do it with the Skanks, but the Skanks are too busy, trying to kiss Joe Rogan's ass to really go after Schaub. So they do it like on some behind his back type of thing. But they'll still have him on and everything. By the way, he was on Story Wars on Halloween. I guess they're just never going to release that one. I get that they shoot multiple in one night, but I guess they're just never going to release that one. But I always knew, I was like, I wonder when Schaub's ever going to respond back to Dan Soder. Because he is aware that Dan Soder is a homeless cat. I mean, if Schaub gets intricate enough to accuse Bobby Lee of running the Fighter and the Kid subreddit, you have to know that Dan Soder came across his radar, that he's part of that, especially when he had his little investigation team looking into it. But, I mean, he is stupid. So he might have forgotten that as well. I'm just tripping off on when he told Callan, yeah, it'd be like if one of us left. What would that look like? Like, yeah, that's what you blame the whole failing of your podcast on, even though it was really pretty much all Schaub. I mean, the first thing that happened, major thing that happened, was Callan get accused, but Schaub did the rest of it himself, and there was already cracks in it before Callan got accused, with Schaub and the whole saying Rogan was out there slinging dick and everything. So, trust me, the main reason of the failing of the Fighter and the Kid subreddit, of the Fighter and the Kid podcast, is Brendan Schaub. And the subreddit, who has over 100,000 members, he accused Bobby Lee of running that. And then him and Callan threatened Bobby Lee, his career, by saying, we're going to call Joe Rogan. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.